Hello there, Martin here. I hope you're having a great weekend. There's a positive vibe in the crypto market this Saturday, and I want to give you an update here on the coins we looked at earlier this week, and also end with a look at Bitcoin. So let's get started here, and we'll begin with ARK. Here's the daily chart, and last time we looked at ARK, we were about here in this area. So we were wondering if ARK would reach 1200 or even higher, and we finally got that close right at 1200, this resistance line here. But then we went all the way up to 1250, which was my third target, so that would have been a good time to take some profits off the table. Then we sort of got a little pullback here. We were overextended compared to the Bollinger Band, and we went down to the 50-day EMA, but now we're charging higher here again, so we're up again in this 1200 area. So we're making another attempt here to go even higher, so I would look for 1300, this area up in this region. That would be my next target here for ARK. But we might get a fight here, but so far we're up about 4% here today on Saturday, so it does look pretty good at the moment. Then we also have a look at Genesis Vision, and we were right here last time, I think it was on Wednesday. And since then we've got a very nice rally here. We've been up all the way up here. That was a 23% move since then. So we had a great thing happening on Watson's report. So a lot of social buzz going on for Genesis Vision here, GVT. And right now we are outside the Bollinger Band here. So this area is a likely resistance area. So it could be a good time to take some profits off the table. This is no financial advice, but I'm just saying if I were trading this, that's what I would do. And if we look at a long-term chart, we do have a next Fibonacci coming up around 2400 right here, which corresponds with this peak we had back here in June. But first I will look for this peak at 23,000 to begin with. Now we also looked at QuantStamp on Tuesday, I think it was. And then we were right here after this great move here, went up 30% on this day with great volume. And then I mentioned that we were likely to head down here to this 600 area to get some additional support. And that is what happened. And yesterday we got a nice candlestick here. So we are trying to charge higher again. And hopefully we can reach this area around 700 Satoshi and get a weekly close in this area. And if that were to happen, I do think that this could continue here during the next week as well. Now, Cardano is the best performer among the top 10 right now. It's up a little bit more than 2% against the dollar. And we are fighting here against the 20-day EMA. You see this green line here. So we're right below it at the moment. But we're also above this resistance line going back to October 8th. So if we can go higher here, I'm aiming for 8 cents next, which is up here. Take out this close 4 days ago. And then look for 8.5, which is up here, the high from this day here. So those are my two targets to the upside here. And if we were to go below this low, around 7.5 cents, that would be a negative here. And obviously we'll take out this supporting line as well. So these are the numbers I'm watching here. If we look at the Renko chart, we're still in the negative here, so it's always good to keep an eye on all different indicators. But Cardano will likely follow Bitcoin here. So let's finally have a look here what's going on with Bitcoin. So here's the daily chart, and what's happened here during the last 5 days is that basically gone slightly downwards. We only moved 1% from low to high here if we look at the closing prices. So a very narrow range here. We are still also below the 20-day EMA. You see this green line here. And we're also fighting against a lot of shorts. This is from Bitfinex, shorts versus longs. And we can clearly see that the gap here between the shorts and the longs is pretty wide here. So we'd like to get a narrow, wanted to narrow down here. So that could potentially give Bitcoin a boost to the upside here. And if we were to get up here to take out this high from 5 days ago, that's 6,500, this horizontal line here. And even better if we were to close below the blue line here, which is the 50-day exponential moving average. So these are the numbers I'm looking for when it comes to Bitcoin. So we'll see if we can penetrate this resistance line right here. We are right at this line at the very moment. So very interesting day here on Saturday. We still have many hours left, but make sure to check out our homepage, altcoinbus.io. Yesterday we had 4 interesting articles, and we have more coming up today here on October 20th. That's all I have for today. Have a great day. Goodbye.